going on, friends and family? My name is Skylant, and today we're going to be talking about my pick for top 10 free-to-play PlayStation 4 titles. Okay, so they're free, you jump on, and you play. It's as easy as that. These are games that I've played every single one of these games on PS4 or on PC. Now, some of them aren't actually out on PS4 just yet, but I have played all of these, and I absolutely recommend you try them all. Even if maybe you actually play it on a PC, because some of these work completely, perfectly fine and are cross-platform with the PC on PS4. All right, guys, so if you got a PS4, there is absolutely zero reason why you shouldn't try these games. Alright guys, if you're gonna hang with me for just a little bit today, let's talk about a game called Let It Die. Now this game is out there, it's wild, it's crazy. I don't even know how to really appropriately describe it, and I think a lot of people would say it's kind of like this arcade Dark Souls thing. It's got like rogue-like elements to it, sort of, because if you die, then you have to you can spend money to like revive there, or you have to like reincarnate kind of as a new character. It's really weird, isn't it? Oh my gosh. Okay, so like the point is to climb a tower. Like you just climb a tower, and I think there's like some procedural generation to the dungeons. But its combat is kind of reminiscent of Dark Souls. You know, it's got Z-locking, and you pick up weapons, and you got unique armor pieces, and you beat the shit out of other people, and then you die. And you die a lot. And then, you know, it's a game called Let It Die. So you die over and over and over again with this sort of like action RPG sort of feel to it. But it's very, very arcade, and it doesn't really have the multiplayer presence of like a Dark Souls game or anything else like that. So yeah, if you want like an action RPG rogue light type of experience, try it out. I mean, but it's really fucking weird. But yeah, try it out. Oh man, next game is an MMO that took me completely by surprise. It's called DC Universe Online. It's been out for just a little bit, man. Okay, for a while. But this game actually looks really good, and it plays really, really like good. Like, I mean, it plays good, but it's like very action-packed. It's very vertical. Like, there is so much explosivity with the game. I mean, you can literally have characters that run like the Flash, or fly like Superman, or just jump from building to building. It's pretty fucking ridiculous. Laser beams and all sorts of stuff. Now, it is really cheesy. It's extremely comic book. It's DC Universe Online, literally in the universe of the DC Comics. Yeah, absolutely. But if you get into this game and you give it a chance, it's actually pretty fucking good. It's kind of hardcore in ways. Honestly, for me, I just kind of jumped on and I just jumped around, dude. I just ran around, jumped around, and even though like I came into the game late, I felt like the engine is pretty good, man. I think it holds up pretty well. It looks good too. And, you know, that's going to go for the PS4 version as well. This is one MMO that you don't want to overlook just because it's comic books. This ain't just for kids, dude. This is a well-rounded MMO. You should give it a shot. Next up, we have a game called PlanetSide 2. Now, PlanetSide 2 is, in my opinion, one of the most unique MMOs out there. It's an MMO FPS. Okay, so there are 3 factions, and they are all contesting these different territories. And it's just like these giant open continents that you go and you just fuck shit up, man. It's not just infantry warfare either. I mean, you got flying vehicles, and the flying skill cap is super high, dude. Like, seriously, they call them sky gods when you're in game. Like, if you're really good at being a pilot, you're gonna destroy everyone. The same thing goes with like the tanks and the other different vehicles. So like, there's a high skill ceiling for this game, absolutely. But I will suggest that you play with friends and actually join a group, though. The game makes it pretty easy to get into the action and get to play with people. I just want to say, if you just try to lone wolf it around, it's not going to be the same experience. PlanetSide 2 is a MMO FPS. You need to join those big groups and actually, you know, do that. That's how the game is played. And if you do play that way, even on PS4, you're going to have a fantastic time. Yo, next up on the list is a game called War Thunder. Now, War Thunder is so much bigger than what I imagined it was going to be at first. I thought it was just going to be kind of like, you know, a World of Tanks game, but with warplanes, but they ended up expanding it. Like, they actually put in tanks into the game, and they still have planes. And then they're actually putting in warships into the game. So it's like warships and tanks and planes, where the World of series has like separate games for each of those. So War Thunder is a massive game, a massive undertaking, even if it was just the flying simulator component to it. And even though I said simulator, guys, and even though I know it's in a genre that's very niche and hardcore, it's actually pretty intuitive. It's very easy to get into. Deep, but it is actually easy to get into, and so that's why it's fantastic and fits perfectly on the PlayStation 4 as well. Don't be intimidated, guys. Jump into War Thunder. absolutely, dude, I'm gonna put Smite on this list, guys. Not only do I think it is one of the best MOBAs out there, definitely top 3, okay, in my opinion, but Smite plays really freaking good, like, with a controller, even if you're on PC. So on PS4, yeah, it's pretty fine. It also looks fine and, you know, all that good stuff. I mean, the art style and everything, it just really fits in and works with a console, okay? So, yeah, man, I feel pretty comfortable sitting back, you know, for those long extended periods, you know, on my couch with the PS4, playing some Smite. It's pretty hype, guys. Yeah, I know, it's a MOBA. For those of you who don't like MOBAs, there are some competitors out there, and there are some other games that fit a similar genre, but not the same genre. But Smite, if you're looking for a true standard MOBA, you know, with itemization, with the full jungle, with, you know, the full mechanics, but also action-packed, Smite is the one to play. Now, it's a little bit older, so you know, it's a little bit lower on the list, but at the same time, uncontestedly, it's one of the biggest esport titles out there, and they do have cups, and there are tournaments even for the PS4 version of Smite, and the other console version of Smite, so yeah, check it out, guys. Now, halfway on the list, I'm going to talk about one of those competitors I just mentioned. It's a game called Paragon. This is brand new. I believe it's still beta, but it looks and plays pretty freaking fantastic on the PlayStation 4 still. Now, it's a lot slower than Smite, but it's definitely a true competitor to Smite, though. I think in some ways it's simplified, and in other ways they add some new mechanics. You know, like in Smite, there's no verticality, which is really good for consoles. But in Paragon, since it's a little bit slower paced, they kind of make up for that by adding verticality. Yeah, some characters can, you know, fly up in the air, and there's actually like different like mountain tops and stuff you can jump off of, kind of, so it's pretty neat. It also looks really gorgeous, so if you're looking for a new game to jump into, then you're gonna want to try Paragon, absolutely. That's gonna be on PC as well. I know the game isn't fully released yet, so PC, PS4, whatever, dude, you guys should really give Paragon a shot, especially since it just had the new update, the Monolith update, which made the game a little bit faster paced and changed around some things. It made it even more vertical, it made it more unique, so yeah, right now is a good time to get into Paragon. Number 4, we have a game called Paladins. Yeah, Paladins is coming out pretty fast here. I didn't think they were going to release a PS4 version so quickly, but it is in closed beta. You can check it out maybe if you can get into it. But Paladins is a game that is extremely similar to Overwatch, but they add in some MOBA components to the gameplay. There is some customization with the loadouts, but overall its art style is a little bit more simplistic, and the characters are a little bit more straightforward in my opinion, with lower cooldowns, and it's a lot more forgiving in aim. And that's actually my experience with the PC version, okay? So bringing it over to the PS4, it just kind of fits. It just works. It's not as tight and it's not as like hard to play on consoles as Overwatch is, which is a good thing. It really is, actually. It's a little bit more casual, it's a little bit more silly, but at the same time, it's kind of, you know, really focusing on the strategy and tactical elements. Of course, it's still a hero shooter, dude. You still need some aim and all that good stuff. There are still sniper characters. I'm just saying that it's not, you know, it's not too fucking insane, okay? Like, I'm gonna be honest, Overwatch Hanzo is garbage. I'm just gonna come out and say that. You can't really play the character to the fullest. But in Paladins, I'm pretty sure you can play every single character to the fullest, almost kind of, you know, it's at least better than most games on consoles. All right, yeah, number 3 is gonna be Warframe. Warframe is one of the most popular games in the world, and I know it's like one of the fastest paced games out there, and it has like this huge skill ceiling, but it's really completely enjoyable on console as well. I mean, the game's engine looks and runs amazingly on even like just garbage machines. I remember playing this game and recording it on my MacBook Pro way back in the day when the game was first coming out. So this game has only been further optimized. It's only looking better. It's really just, I don't know, man, a testament to fucking ingenuity, and it just got tons and tons of content. So yeah, Warframe is one of those like really fast-paced games that, yeah, you can like really dive into mechanically, but it's not quite necessary. It's space ninjas, man, are jumping off walls and it's hectic and everything, but it actually works pretty well with a controller. It's pretty fine, and for most frames and for most guns, you're not gonna have too bad of a time playing with a controller, I promise. So yeah, Warframe, man. If you just want to jump in as a space ninja and just slaughter like hundreds of fucking robots and shits, man, it's pretty cool. It's pretty chill. Check it out. Now, my number 2 game is going to be debatable, but I'm going to put for Dreadnought. I think Dreadnought's going to be really cool. I know in a lot of comments, some people are feeling a little bit iffy about it, but I'm really hype about Dreadnought, and I think it's going to work really well with the PS4. It just looks like a PS4 game, especially because it is a slower-paced dogfighting game, where War Thunder is a little bit faster-paced. I mean, it's still it's no Ace Combat, you know, it's nothing like that. It's no Gundam game, but Dreadnought is like a slower-paced, more tactical dogfighting game with all sorts of different kind of ships. Some ships are extremely slow, and they're more strategic, and then others are literally like you are a dogfighter. So it depends on how you want to play, and either way, I think the game's a little bit more forgiving. It's a little bit slower paced, so it is still more about that team play, about the tactics, about the strategy, and I think that's going to work really well with the console. And overall, I mean, the game is gorgeous, but from my experience on the PC, I think it's going to be running very well for PS4, and I believe the game from the very beginning was sort of being optimized and being designed with PS4 in mind, so that leaves me excited. I know it's not out yet, even on PC, but I'm dreaming, okay? Please, can I put my dream at number 2, and, also segueing into number 1? And my number 1 is gonna be Dungeon Defenders 2. Now, Dungeon Defenders 2 is actually free to play currently. I believe it's still technically early access on PC, but you could play it right now on PC, but it's also coming to PS4. And I'm putting this on PS4 because I had such a history with the original Dungeon Defenders, and I do like Dungeon Defenders 2. But the original Dungeon Defenders was given away on Xbox Live some time ago, man, and that's when I got introduced into the series, and I was like blown the fuck away. Like, it's an action tower defense game. It feels pretty comfortable with controllers or PC controls, whatever, of course. PC Master Race, but still, man, it's a game that's completely playable, just sitting down, chilling, and maybe that's kind of the point of it, wave survival, just constant grind. It feels really good to be comfortable playing these kind of games, because you're in it to win it, man. You're in it for a while. Yeah, every character has their own unique little towers, or traps, or auras, or whatever they do, and, mechanically, it's kind of like a third-person shooter, so they all shoot different and play differently, and there's lots of different kinds of enemies, and waves, and levels, and there seriously is a tremendous amount of complexity. If it looks like a stupid, silly cartoon game, or maybe I don't know, maybe you haven't really played a real tower defense game in a while, so you just think it is just a grind fest. I'm not saying it's not grindy, but there is a lot of depth to this game. Please, as soon as possible, on PC or otherwise, when it jumps on PS4, you gotta try the game. Anyways, guys, that's the end of the list. I know it's a sad day, but don't worry, there's more. Every day I got videos coming out, and like every other day, or so often, I got top 10, so get hyped for that. Keep it alive, guys. And I just want to say, I'm pretty kind of a little bit confident in this list, okay? I did play every single one of these games, some more extensive than others, but for the most part, yeah, I played these games pretty much a lot. And I'm pretty excited for them. And I know some of them aren't out yet, but look forward to them, okay? I think they're all going to play comfortably on the PlayStation 4. I think they're all going to look good, and I do believe they will continue to be popular or become popular very, very soon when they release. So, yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching the Top 10. I have fun making these videos. Hopefully you have fun watching them and also have fun playing the games. My name is Skylance, and I'm going to see you in the next one.